So yeah, man. Roughly 47, baby, bro. You know, so I be reading the comments sometimes, and we're gonna address one of them based upon what I just posted yesterday. Now, I post something about Aaron the Plumber and Lab taking subtle shots at each other, and somebody went on there and said, "Okay, it's clickbait." I'm like, "Nah, you just don't know how to read between the lines." Okay, Aaron the Plumber and Lab was linked in, and they were about to do some big business together, as far as music and pushing online with each other. Then Aaron and Wack and all of the stuff, and I don't even like speaking on people business like that because I don't know what's true. It's the internet, but that came out, so you see that they kind of step back from each other. Now, Lab has advanced his page from not only music to start like doing little blogs here and there, and drop little jewels for people or whatnot. So bam. Now, amongst that, he brought up current events, kind of like he blogging lightweight. He brought up EBK J-Bo, and he brought up the X4 situation. Now, everybody know the X4. Okay, so the reason why I gave you the two like clips before is to show you that they was locked in. They was linked up, and there was Aaron the Plumber saying he was associating his brand with Banked Up. So bam, right? What happened? So quick that it just so something happened, correct? Okay. Bam, I'm letting y'all know what happened. All the wax stuff, and Lab, Lab ain't Lab ain't gonna go down that road with anybody. So you already know Lab gonna step back. Boom. Now when the situation happened with 4 Extra, I think a lot of people just when something serious like, something like that, this the internet, bruh. If you ain't, somebody that hate this person, don't be, so I think he addressed it on that note. One thing, Lav is a veteran of the social media game now. So he might have just been giving him like, come on, bruh. So I was just saying it was lightweight taking shots at each other, not beefing, not da 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 da. Ain't no clickbait about it. If you really go watch their lives, I'm not going, you know, Wigs, he do the in Spider Loc, shout out Spider Loc on Wigs TV. They do the sitting back like this and then watching the videos and boom, 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 boom. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? So how I gotta cut the content is different than somebody else cut the content because you can't keep it's like I do a lot of Swamp Stories. You can't keep somebody clip on there for hella long. Otherwise, you stealing their content and they can do copyrights. So that's kind of why you'll see shorter clips in some of the how people do certain things. It's basically because of YouTube's guidelines. So that's why I didn't put full clips, but I'm giving you bits and pieces of like, yeah, I think that was, you know what I'm saying? And who else was he talking about? Who else was this person talking about? Especially, you wouldn't be offended by somebody saying something that you don't know. It'd be the people that y'all was kind of, you know what I'm saying? You like, bro, you said that though? Come on, bro. So but I don't think either one of them wrong. I think Aaron the Plumber, I mean, for addressing it, Aaron the Plumber did apologize and say, yeah, that was probably too far. Based upon, come on, bro, y'all was going only professional fight. It wasn't like y'all was talking about, man, when I see you, it was like, hey, let's try to get a bag fighting each other. So it wasn't no animosity truly wholeheartedly. So you shouldn't be like doing the most on there. But he knew what he was doing. He was trying to go viral that day. And Aaron the Plumber barely got famous this year. You know what I'm saying? So there is dynamics in it that someone that Lab been in the media, social media for a while. You know what I'm saying? So he might be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because really mess up your bag. How long are you going to stay trending? If you don't have, like Lab always got music to fall back on. You can go do some internet stuff and then fall back on music. Was Aaron the Plumber trying to become a fighter? So if when the internet slow down or the fighting, if you knock somebody out or something in a boxing match, it's gonna make them go viral. So it coincides. It's diversifying your business, being a social media entertainer, getting paid off for promotion, you got to get it how you get it. So a lot of these dynamics on here, when people lose their personas on here, affect their money. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a brand, you're branding yourself. Aaron the Plumber, you got the in a real way, people gonna start saying that. Certain little trendy things. The man is smart. A lot of these people smarter than you give them credit for. I just seen Lav on a live or on this video showing off it looked like he buying some property in like somewhere like Palm Springs or something like that, trying to acquire property in other places. So you might be thinking they doing this, but they smarter than that. Otherwise, you gonna see this. It's like King Yella. I mean, I think everybody, I don't know how in tune y'all is into stuff. King Yella just got arrested for attempted pandering. You know what I'm saying? So like, when people falling off and they doing messed up stuff to keep it rolling, right? Or illegal stuff to keep it rolling. It's not saying messed up, but illegal stuff to keep it rolling. They getting caught up. So you gotta figure these people smarter than that. They know how to extract every penny off of their music. Anytime they post it on Instagram, they getting paid off of Instagram. So all of this stuff is relevant for them to stay popping and getting money. They probably getting from a stream of $50,000 to $60,000, $100,000, depending who you are, off of all these little things, bruh. 5,000 over here, 20 over here, 5,000 for a show. I got 8 shows this month. That's, you know what I'm saying? So you got to think how they thinking, and then you understand why people say certain stuff, why people stay away from certain stuff, and why they do certain stuff. So it's not always what it appears. It's really they just mastering the art. It's like how if you're a little bit older or you heard back in the day how the independent rappers used to do. They used to go to city with boxes of CDs. And Mac Dre, T Nutty, I used to in Stockton, JTs. We had JTs. They would all drop off their CDs over there, bro. And I met Rob Lowe before, and he like, man, Mac Dre used to sell like maybe like 80,000 CDs the first week for $10. He like, add that up, bro. So you know what I'm saying? That's people master the art of these things. So so you gotta just, man, you gotta look at certain elements, man. I be trying to like say, bring it to y'all like, man, it's more professional than you think it is, but niggas is niggas too at the same time. But it's really about the money. You know what I'm saying? And people are smartening up, seeing people like Vaughn, and just looking at the whole Chicago dynamic, bro, that people started gravitating towards. Ain't nobody said ops until Chicago niggas. So, you know what I'm saying? So their culture got rubbed into hip hop's. It took it over really for the like COVID. They had it, Vaughn, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Duck, all of them, and they've been having it for a while. Dirk, but when people seeing all this stuff happening, rappers, businesses, they're not going to continue to invest in that parameter of it. Like EBK J-Bo, they probably gave him a bag or another bag, and he in jail again. How they gonna recoup their money? You know what I'm saying? So people think like that in the industry of investments. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that didn't make sense, but when people invest in people, Aaron the Plumber, he talking about Misfits Boxing. That's a company that's investing in them. That's why he keep bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? Hence why I was like, yeah, $100,000, bro. Who wouldn't fight somebody, bro, with some gloves on? With some gloves on, bro. You know how many times I done got a black eye for just, you know what I'm saying, being a nigga? You know what I'm saying? You tell me you pay me $100,000 to get a black eye, bro. Come on, bring it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't fighting no professional boxer. I ain't fighting Javante Davis. You feel me? I'll fight a internet personality person for 100 bands. You gotta be crazy if you wouldn't do that shit, bro. So, you know what I mean? Shit. So, all of this stuff, bro, is business to them. And y'all be on here, I'm popping it. They don't care. Bro, as long as that bag keep running in and they having good lives, buying all this exotic clothes and jewelry and cars and Ferraris and, you know what I mean? Who cares? They don't really care, bro. They trying to get that bag, you know what I'm saying? He's got families and shit, bro. Kids, all the shit, bro. So, nigga gonna push his issue to get his bag on here. So, when I'm talking about like Lav or something, I'm not trying to cause no, I'm trying to keep him in the algorithm, bro. You gotta understand the game. And you gotta know where's your best algorithm. I really, if BayAreaCompass, right? I'm gonna give you some knowledge that you ain't gonna get in college, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if BayAreaCompass, their main, what we should be really doing is only talking about Messy Marv, J Diggs, and like Lav always get good numbers and Filthy Rich. But you know, sometimes you don't want, you know, and sometimes they kicking back. So you got to figure out little ways. Who the new nigga? Who did da, 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 da. So it's a lot of homework you got to do into this internet stuff. If especially if you talking about people, if you broadcasting about people, you got to have something to talk about. You feel me? And do you always want to talk negative about somebody that you might, if you're doing this, you might want to interview from them, the bigger your platform get, or you might want to you network with them in certain forms and fashion. So you're really not trying to shit on nobody unless that's your persona and you got a platform to do it. But BayAreaCompass wasn't built on shitting on people. BayAreaCompass was built on sharing people music. So I try to still keep that vibration when I'm blogging. You feel me? Like, I don't want to disrespect nobody because this was built before I started jumping on here talking to y'all niggas. So it's respectfully going about these things. And I really don't have no animosity towards nobody I never met, bro. It's just like hard for me to do that shit. So I might disagree with somebody, but I don't have all the. You don't even really know. It's the internet, bro. We're getting off the internet. We're getting off Shady Dash, West Coast Gang Story. Somebody posted the shit. We wondering is it real. Even with 4Extras, was it real? Everybody was wondering that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it just seems so like that's some freak accident that you wouldn't have think would happen to somebody so strong and aggressive. You like, nah, that, you know what I'm saying? So it's real life happening in real moments. People trying to document it. People trying to figure out a lot of different shit on this internet because it's newer. Lab older. That nigga had to figure it out, but he was on it before a lot of people was on it. And then you know what I'm saying? So and he did a hell of a job, bruh. Lav got more famous when he went to prison too. That's the crazy part about his career. That nigga got the most famous when he went to prison, and when he came out, he just took advantage of the opportunity, bro, because he was knocking at the door for hella long. Boom, boom, boom. So if you got some traction on here, you should continue to do it. But like he said, and you all should go. I post these things, and I'm not gonna post their whole shit, so you can go to their page also. So and watch their content because they getting paid for their content too. So while I give you that whole scoop, I'm like, hey, go check out their interview on their page so they can get paid for it. They ain't got their music behind it. So certain things I know as a creator that I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take their whole stuff and no, I'm gonna give you bits and pieces of certain things, and then I'm gonna let you go look at their stuff. It's called an alley oop. Okay, I'm gonna alley oop your stuff because they're the people that y'all coming to see, but I'm gonna get my twist on it, right? But I'm not gonna take all of their content. You know what I'm saying? That's called plagiarism, stealing from a person, taking their content. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. So, and it's always really to shine a light on people. But sometimes when there's BS going on, you gonna talk about the BS. If you ever want to get into blogging, the best way to do it, want to be yourself, bro. You know, and then sometimes you gotta get comfortable, be comfortable on here. It might take you a minute, you know what I'm saying, depending who you are, what type of individual you are. It might take you a minute, and it might take you a minute to get traction. You feel me? And then you gotta stay consistent. The reason why this ain't, because I didn't stay consistent this year. You see what I'm saying? I did it, but I did it not as much as I was doing it prior. So prior it was going up, and then you know what I'm saying, you got to stay entertaining, and then once you get out of character, you might lose your audience. You see what I'm saying? I'm not really one to, you know, I'm whatever. That's how I do this shit. I never think about what I'm about to talk. I think about what I'm about to talk about, and that's as far as I go. Then I break it down as I'm talking to y'all, because I just be trying to give y'all my real reactions on things. Aaron the Plumber from Stockton. I'm never gonna hate on anybody from Stockton, no matter even if they want me to hate on people from Stockton. I grew up out there. I understand the struggle. You see what I'm saying? So, and I love Northern California. So I like seeing people come up and stuff like that. It's like the Robin Hood stories. Lav was in prison. He came up. Bro was on that show, and he continued to make himself known throughout the internet now. So shout out to Aaron the Plumber. Shout out to Lav. Shout out to 4Xers and shit. We've been talking about him on here. Shout out to anybody that's trying to do something. Sugar Free said something. He said, "Man, you got all the time in the day to be Michael Jackson." I'm trying to figure out. He said, "You got all day to be Michael Jackson, and you ain't did shit." So don't y'all be hating on people or talking shit. Well, at least a motherfucker trying. So anybody on here trying, putting themselves out there, you gotta, for me, to you, I respect it, because you do give up your privacy lightweight. No matter if you making $1 million on here or $2 on here, you still gonna, take on certain things and take that chance. So, man, and to the new creators that's trying to get on, that want to get on, bruh, that want to do stuff. One thing, you can always hit me up, man. Raphael87, baby, _ BayAreaCompass on Instagram, and make sure it's my right Instagram. Hit me up. Music, you got content, you a creator. I don't care. I don't mind helping and understanding, man. And sometimes, man, you never know the right ingredients might come along, and you might build an opportunity for me based upon your talent. So why would I deny somebody that opportunity? So, man, you can get on here. You want to go live with me. You want to debate with me. It ain't like Instagram where I can add hella people at one time, right? Like get rid of somebody and come back on. We'd have to schedule it, but we could always do that. If you send music to this platform and you want like a little live or something like that, man, and then it's on us to promote it. It's on us to make it entertaining. And if it's entertaining enough, bro, you could come on all the time and be entertaining and make yourself a persona on the internet, especially if you making music, because people be wanting to know who behind the face, who behind the music. You see what I'm saying? So it's a good thing to get on here. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know what you want to do. You know what I mean? Know what we getting on here for. We doing an interview, what you want to talk about, current events, what you want to do. Just make it happen. It's nothing. It's just the internet, bruh. Raphael87, baby, man. I appreciate y'all, man.